17, 70 degrees right now. We got some gray skies in Buffalo.
Yeah, we've had a tough time getting rid of these clouds this morning. We're going to work on it this afternoon, though, and I think there's some hope, at least for maybe mid to late afternoon. It's just a really slow process today. We had some moisture trapped in the low layers of the atmosphere, and we're having a tough time scouring it out. So let's get to it, okay? As we take a look at Hurricane Irene at noontime today, the storm definitely showing some signs of weakening here. Now, I have the higher cloud tops colorized on this, and the deep red shades actually in the center of the storm are indicative of the highest clouds, and then we get into this pinkish shade, and even that area seems to be shrinking as of noontime today. There actually is some wind shear which is impacting the storm system, and that's why it is weakening, and also a little bit of drier air was drawn into the circulation during the overnight period. So this weakening phase is probably not going to go too far, and it's quite possible that it will still make landfall up here toward the Carolinas, North Carolina coastline as a Category 2 storm, and then weaken down to a Category 1 as it heads up toward New York City. And that's not to diminish the potential impact from the storm system, because there still is that potential for serious flooding out of it with the rainfall, especially in a lot of the East Coast cities up through the Northeast. As we take a look at the Dent Building webcam at noontime today, lots of clouds out there looking to the southeast, and we are just having a tough time breaking up these clouds. They will erode this afternoon. In the satellite picture, you can see this blob of clouds just sitting pretty right on top of western New York, extending a bit up into southern Ontario, down to the south into northern sections of Pennsylvania. But west, north, south, and east of this, it's sunny right now. We just have our own little cloud mass hanging out here across the Eastern Lakes region. As we take you through the afternoon hours on the Super Microcast, even through the afternoon, the computer is suggesting a lot of cloudiness, but I think at least by later this afternoon, these clouds should start to break for us, and it looks like a beautiful finish to the day, and particularly getting into the evening hours tonight, mostly to partly clear skies on tap for the overnight period, maybe some patchy fog setting up in some of the valley areas. And then a great Saturday shaping up with lots of sunshine after the fog burns off in the valleys. Everyone will enjoy that sunshine tomorrow. Moderate humidity both today and into tomorrow. Not really low, not really high, just kind of in the middle there. And the wind speed's relatively light. Now, as we get into Sunday, I think we're going to be brushed by some of the cloudiness from Hurricane Irene. We actually have a weak weather front moving in from the west Saturday night. That will produce some clouds. It's moisture starved. And then we may be brushed by some of the clouds from Irene on Sunday with partly sunny skies, but it should be rain-free. It looks like the rain's going to stay east of us. 74 degrees at the Falls for a high this afternoon, about 75 in the north towns. Tonawanda, Emerson, Clarence, Cheektowaga, and Lancaster off to the east, about 74 at Batavia. Down to the south along the Pennsylvania border, looking at some low 70s here. Wellsville, Olean, back to the west at Randolph and Jamestown, Hamburg Orchard Park, West Seneca, East Aurora. You should peak around 74. Right now, 69 at the airport, 70 from the Falls, 66 down there at Jamestown. And yes, the dew point temperature actually humid here in Buffalo with that reading of 61. Sunset time at 7:58 tonight. Here's your forecast for this Friday afternoon. Clouds giving way to some sun mid to late afternoon. Moderate humidity and a high 73 to 77. For tonight, mostly to partly clear, patchy valley fog, 53 inland, 60 in the city. Then tomorrow, we're back to mostly sunny skies, moderate humidity, a high temperature around 80 degrees. On Sunday, partly sunny. It may be cloudier to the east toward the Genesee Valley, a high between 72 to 76. And after that, it's just a beautiful start to the week next week. Sunshine Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Temperatures rebounding to around 80 by the middle of the week.